Tease thought the old man and his sons were angels. Second captain. There was a fourth man in a silly habit. That gave th a front with them. First captain. So Tease reported. But none of 'em can be found. Stand, who's there? Posthumus. A Roman, who had not now been drooping here if seconds, had answered him. Second captain. Lay hands on him, a dog. A leg of Rome shall not return to tell. What crows have pecked them here, he brags his service. As if he were of note, bring him to th king. Enter Cymbeline, Valerius, Gydrius, Arviragus, Pisanio, and Roman captives. The captains present Posthumus to Cymbeline, who delivers him over to a jailer. Scene 4, Britain, a prison. Enter Posthumus and 2 jailers. First jailer, you shall not now be stolen, you have locks upon you. So graze as you find pasture. Second jailer. Eye or a stomach. Posthumus. Most welcome bondage, for thou art away. I think to liberty, yet am I better than one that's sick o' th gout, since he had rather grown so in perpetuity than be cured by th sure physician death, who is the key. Unbar these locks, my conscience, thou art fettered. More than my shanks and wrists, you good gods give me the penitent instrument to pick that bolt. Then free for ever, is't enough I am sorry. So children temporal fathers do appease. Gods are more full of mercy, must I repent? I cannot do it better than in gyves. Desired more than constrained, to satisfy. If of my freedom, tease the main part take. No stricter render of me than my all. I know you are more clement than vile men, who of their broken debtors take a third, a sixth, a tenth, letting them thrive again. On their abatement, that's not my desire. For Imogen's dear life take mine, and though 'tis not so dear, yet 'tis a life, you coined it. Tween man and man, they weigh not every stamp. Though light, take pieces for the figure's sake. You rather mine being yours, and so great powers. If you will take this audit, take this life, and cancel these cold bonds, O Imogen. I'll speak to thee in silence. Solemn music. Enter, as in an apparition, Caecilius Leonatus, father to Posthumus, an old man attired like a warrior, leading in his hand an ancient matron, his wife and mother to Posthumus, with music before them. Then, after other music, follows the 2 young Leonati, brothers to Posthumus, with wounds as they died in the wars. They circle Posthumus round as he lies sleeping. Sicilius. No more, thou thundermaster, show thy spite on mortal flies. With Mars fall out, with Juno chide, that thy adulteries, rates and revenges, hath my poor boy done aught but well, whose face I never saw. I died whilst in the womb he stayed, attending nature's law, whose father then, as men report, thou orphan's father art. Thou shouldst have been, and shielded him from this earth-vexing smart. Mother, Lucina lent not me her aid, but took me in my throes. That from me was Posthumus ripped, came crying mongst his foes. A thing of pity. Sicilius. Great nature, like his ancestry, molded the stuff so fair, that he deserved the praise o' world, as great Caecilius, heir. First brother, when once he was mature for man, In Britain, where was he? That could stand up his parallel, or fruitful object be. In eye of Imogen, that best could deem his dignity. Mother, with marriage wherefore was he mocked? To be exiled and thrown from Leonati's seat and cast from her his dearest one. Sweet Imogen, Sicilius, why did you suffer Iachimo, slight thing of Italy, to taint his nobler heart and brain with needless jealousy, and to become the geck and scorn o th others' villainy? Second brother, for this from stiller seats we came, our parents and us twain, that, striking in our country's cause, fell bravely and were slain. Our fealty and tenantious right, with honor to maintain. First brother, like hardiment posthumous hath, to Cymbeline performed. Then Jupiter, thou king of gods, why hast thou thus adjourned the graces for his merits due, being all to dollars turned? Sicilius, thy crystal window ope, look out, no longer exercise upon a valiant race thy harsh and potent injuries. Mother, since Jupiter, our son, is good, take off his miseries. Sicilius, peep through thy marble mansion, help, or we poor ghosts will cry to th shining synod of the rest against thy deity. Brothers, help Jupiter, or we appeal, and from thy justice fly. Jupiter descends in thunder and lightning, sitting upon an eagle. He throws a thunderbolt, the ghosts fall on their knees. Jupiter, no more, you petty spirits of region low. Offend our hearing, hush, how dare you ghosts accuse the thunderer whose bolt, you know, sky-planted, batters all rebelling coasts. Poor shadows of Elysium, hence and rest upon your never-withering banks of flows. Be not with mortal accidents oppressed. No care of yours it is, you know 'tis ours. Whom best I love I cross, to make my gift. The more delayed, delighted, be content. Your low-laid son, our Godhead will uplift. His comforts thrive, his trials well are spent. Our jovial star reigned at his birth, and in our temple was he married, rise and fade. He shall be lord of Lady Imogen, and happier much by his affliction made. This tablet lay upon his breast, wherein our pleasure his full fortune doth confine. And so, away, no farther with your din. Express impatience, lest you stir up mine. Mount Eagle, to my palace crystalline. Sicilius. He came in thunder, his celestial breath was sulphurous to smell, the holy eagle. Stooped as to foot us, his ascension is more sweet than our blessed fields, his royal bird prunes the immortal wing and cloys his beak, as when his god is pleased. All thanks Jupiter. Sicilius. The marble pavement closes, he is entered. His radiant roof, away and to be blessed. Let us with care perform his great behest. Postaumus. Sleep, thou hast been a grandsire and begot a father to me, and thou hast created a mother and two brothers, but O scorn! Gone, they went hence so soon as they were born. And so I am awake, poor wretches that depend on greatness, favor, dream as I have done. Wake and find nothing, but alas, I swerve. Many dream not to find, neither deserve. And yet are steeped in favors, so am I, that have this golden chance, and know not why. What fairies haunt this ground, a book, O rare one. Be not, as is our fangled world, a garment. Nobler than that it covers, let thy effects so follow to be most unlike our courtiers. As good as promise. When as a lion's whelp shall, to himself unknown, without seeking find, and be embracked by a piece of tender air, and when from a stately cedar shall be lopped branches which, being dead many years, shall after revive, be jointed to the old stock, and freshly grow, then shall posthumous end his miseries, Britain be fortunate and flourish in peace and plenty. 'Tis still a dream, or else such stuff as madmen. Tongue and brain not, either both or nothing. Or senseless speaking, or a speaking such as sense cannot untie, be what it is. The action of my life is like it, which I'll keep if but for sympathy. Enter jailer. Jailer. Come, sir, are you ready for death? Posthumus. Over-roasted rather, ready long ago. Jailer. Hanging is the word, sir. If you be ready for that, you are well cooked. Posthumus. So if I prove a good repast to the spectators, the dish pays the shot. Jailer. A heavy reckoning for you, sir, but the comfort is, you shall be called to no more payments, fear no more tavern bills, which are often the sadness of parting as the procuring of mirth. You come in faint for want of meat, depart reeling with too much drink, sorry that you have paid too much, and sorry that you are paid too much, purse and brain both empty, the brain the heavier for being too light, the purse too light, being drawn of heaviness. Oh, of this contradiction you shall now be quit. Oh, the charity of a penny cord, it sums up thousands in a trice. You have no true debitor and creditor, but it, of what's past, is, and to come, the discharge. Your neck, sir, is pen, book, and counters, so the acquittance follows. Posthumus. I am merrier to die than thou art to live. Jailer. Indeed, sir, he that sleeps feels not the toothache, but a man that were to sleep your sleep, and a hangman to help him to bed, I think he would change places with his officer, for look you, sir, you know not which way you shall go. Posthumus. Yes, indeed, do I, fellow. Jailer. Your death has eyes in's head, then, I have not seen him so pictured. You must either be directed by some that take upon them to know, or to take upon yourself that which I am sure you do not know, or jump the after inquiry on your own peril. And how you shall speed in your journey's end, I think you'll never return to tell one. Posthumus. I tell thee, fellow, there are none want eyes to direct them the way I am going, but such as wink, and will not use them. Jailer. What an infinite mark is this, that a man should have the best use of eyes to see the way of blindness. I am sure hanging's the way of winking. Enter a messenger. Messenger. Knock off his manacles, bring your prisoner to the king. Posthumus. Thou bring'st good news, I am called to be made free. Jailer. I'll be hanged then. Posthumus. Thou shalt be then freer than a jailer, no bolts for the dead. Exeunt posthumus and messenger. Jailer. Unless a man would marry a gallows and beget young gibbets, I never saw one so prone. Yet on my conscience there are virier knaves desire to live, for all he be a Roman, and there be some of them too that die against their wills. So should I, if I were one, I would we were all of one mind, and one mind good. Oh, there were desolation of jailers and gallowses. I speak against my present profit, but my wish hath a preferment in't. Scene 5, Britain, Cymbeline's tent. Enter Cymbeline, Valerius, Gydrius, Arviragus, Pisanio, lords, officers, and attendants. Cymbeline. Stand by my side, you whom the gods have made. Preservers of my throne, woe is my heart, that the poor soldier that so richly fought, whose rags shammed gilded arms, whose naked breast stepped before charges of proof, cannot be found. He shall be happy that can find him, if our grace can make him so. Blarus. I never saw such noble fury in so poor a thing, such precious deeds in one that promised naught but beggary and poor looks. Cymbeline. No tidings of him. Pisanio. He hath been searched among the dead and living, but no trace of him. Cymbeline. To my grief I am the heir of his reward, to Valerius, Gydrius, and Arviragus, which I will add. To you, the liver, heart, and brain of Britain, by whom I grant she lives, 'tis now the time to ask of whence you are, report it. Blarus. So, in Cambria are we born, and gentlemen. Further to boast, we're neither true nor modest, unless, I add, we are honest. Cymbeline. Bow your knees. Arise, my knights, O.th battle, I create you companions to our person, and will fit you with dignities becoming your estates. Enter Cornelius and ladies. There's business in these faces, why so sadly greet you our victory? You look like Romans, and not O.th court of Britain. Cornelius. Hail, great king. To sour your happiness, I must report the queen is dead. Cymbeline. Who worse than a physician would this report become, but I consider by medicine life may be prolonged, yet death will seize the doctor too. How ended she? Cornelius. With horror, madly dying, like her life, which, being cruel to the world, concluded most cruel to herself, what she confessed. I will report, so please you, these her women can trip me if I err, who with wet cheeks were present when she finished. Cymbeline. Prithee say. Cornelius. First she confessed she never loved you, only affected greatness got by you, not you married your royalty, was wife to your place, abhorred your person. Cymbeline. She alone knew this, and but she spoke it dying, I would not believe her lips in opening it. Proceed. Cornelius. Your daughter, whom she bore in hand to love, with such integrity, she did confess, was as a scorpion to her sight, whose life, but that her flight prevented it, she had ta'en off by poison. Cymbeline. O most delicate fiend, who is't can read a woman, is there more? Cornelius. More, sir, and worse, she did confess she had for you a mortal mineral, which, being took, should by the minute feed on life, and lingering by inches waste you, in which time she purposed, by watching, weeping, tendance, kissing too, o'ercome you with her show, and in time, when she had fitted you with her craft, to work her son into adoption of the crown, but failing of her end, by his strange absence, grew shameless desperate, opened in despite of heaven and men, her purposes repented. The evils she hatched were not effected, so despairing died. Cymbeline. Heard you all this, her women? Ladies, we did, so please your highness. Cymbeline, mine eyes were not in fault, for she was beautiful. Mine ears that heard her flattery, nor my heart that thought her like her seeming, it had been vicious to have mistrusted her, yet, O my daughter, that it was folly in me, thou mayst say, and prove it in thy feeling, heaven mend all. Enter Lucius, Iachimo, the soothsayer, and other Roman prisoners, guarded, posthumous behind, and Imogen. Thou com'st not, Caius, now for tribute, that the Britons have razzed out, though with the loss of many a bold one, whose kinsmen have made suit, that their good souls may be appeased with slaughter of you their captives, which ourself have granted. So think of your estate. Lucius, consider, sir, the chance of war, the day was yours by accident, had it gone with us. We should not, when the blood was cool, have threatened our prisoners with the sword, but since the gods will have it thus, that nothing but our lives may be called ransom, let it come, sufficeth. A Roman with a Roman's heart can suffer. Augustus lives to think on't, and so much. For my peculiar care, this one thing only I will entreat, my boy a Briton born. Let him be ransomed, never master had a page so kind, so duteous, diligent, so tender over his occasions, true, so feat, so nurse-like, let his virtue join with my request, which I'll make bold your highness cannot deny, he hath done no Briton harm. Though he have served a Roman, save him, sir, and spare no blood beside. Cymbeline, I have surely seen him. His favor is familiar to me, boy. Thou hast looked thyself into my grace, and art mine own, I know not why wherefore. To say live, boy, ne'er thank thy master live, and ask of Cymbeline what boon thou wilt. Fitting my bounty and thy state, I'll give it. Yea, though thou do demand a prisoner, the noblest tan. Chapter 999, Imogen. I humbly thank your highness. Lucius, I do not bid thee beg my life, good lad, and yet I know thou wilt. Chapter 999, Imogen. No, no, alack. There's other work in hand, I see a thing bitter to me as death, your life, good master, must shuffle for itself. Lucius, the boy disdains me. He leaves me, scorns me, briefly die their joys that place them on the truth of girls and boys. Why stands he so perplexed? Cymbeline, what wouldst thou, boy? I love thee more and more, think more and more. What's best to ask? Know'st thee him thou look'st on? Speak. Wilt have him live? Is he thy kin, thy friend? Chapter 999, Imogen. He is a Roman, no more kin to me than I to your highness, who, being born your vassal, am something nearer. Cymbeline, wherefore iced him so? Chapter 999, Imogen. I'll tell you, sir, in private, if you please, to give me hearing. Cymbeline, I with all my heart, and lend my best attention. What's thy name? Chapter 999, Imogen. Fidel, sir. Cymbeline, thou'rt my good youth, my page. I'll be thy master, walk with me, speak freely. Cymbeline and Imogen converse apart. Blarus. Is not this boy revived from death? Arviragus. One sand, another. Not more resembles that sweet rosy lad, who died and was fidel, what think you? Gyderius. The same dead thing alive. Bdlarius. Peace, peace, see further, he eyes us not, forbear. Creatures may be alike, wert he, I am sure. He would have spoke to us. Gyderius. But we see him dead. Bdlarius. Be silent, let's see further. Pisnio. It is my mistress. Since she is living, let the time run on. To good or bad. Cymbeline and Imogen advance. Cymbeline. Come, stand thou by our side. Make thy demand aloud, sir, step you forth. Give answer to this boy, and do it freely. Or by our greatness and the grace of it, which is our honor, bitter torture shall winnow the truth from falsehood, on speak to him. Chapter 999, Imogen. My boon is that this gentleman may render, of whom he had this ring. Posthumus. What's that to him? Cymbeline. That diamond upon your finger, say. How came it yours? Iachimo. Thou'lt torture me to leave unspoken that, which to be spoke would torture thee. Cymbeline. How me? Iachimo. I am glad to be constrained to utter that, which torments me to conceal by villainy. I got this ring, 'twas Leonatus' jewel, whom thou didst banish, and which more may grieve thee, as it doth me, a nobler sir ne'er lived. Twixt sky and ground, wilt thou hear more, my lord? Cymbeline. All that belongs to this. Iachimo. That paragon, thy daughter, for whom my heart drops blood, and my false spirits quail to remember, give me leave, I faint. Cymbeline. My daughter, what of her? Renew thy strength. I had rather thou shouldst live, while nature will, than die ere I hear more. Strive, man, and speak. Iachimo. Upon a time, unhappy was the clock that struck the hour, was in Rome accursed. The mansion where 'twas at a feast, oh would our viands had been poisoned, or at least those which I heaved to head, the good Posthumus. What should I say? He was too good to be where ill men were, and was the best of all amongst the rarest of good ones, sitting sadly hearing us praise our loves of Italy, for beauty that made barren the swelled boast of him that best could speak, for feature laming the shrine of Venus, or straight pight Minerva. Postures beyond brief nature, for condition a shop of all the qualities that man loves woman for, besides that hook of wiving fairness which strikes the eye. Cymbeline. I stand on fire. Come to the matter. Iachimo. All too soon I shall, unless thou wouldst grieve quickly, this Posthumus, most like a noble lord in love, and one that had a royal lover, took his hint, and not dispraising whom we praised therein, he was as calm as virtue, he began his mistress' picture, which by his tongue being made, and then a mind put in't, either our brags were cracked of kitchen trulls, or his description proved us unspeaking sots. Cymbeline. Nay, nay, to th purpose. Iachimo. Your daughter's chastity there it begins. He spake of her as Diane had hot dreams, and she alone were cold, whereat I, wretch, made scruple of his praise, and wagered with him pieces of gold gainst this which then he wore upon his honoured finger to attain, in suit the place of's bed, and win this ring. By hers and mine adultery, he, true knight, no lesser of her honour confident, than I did truly find her, stakes this ring, and would so, had it been a carbuncle of Phoebus' wheel, and might so safely had it been all the worth of's car, away to Britain. Post I in this design, well may you, sir, remember me at court, where I was taught of your chaste daughter the wide difference twixt amorous and villainous, being thus quenched, of hope not longing, mine Italian brains gan in your duller Britain operate, most vilely, for my vantage excellent. And to be brief, my practice so prevailed, that I returned with similar proof enough to make the noble Leonatus mad, by wounding his belief in her renown, with tokens thus and thus, averring notes of chamber hanging pictures, this her bracelet. O cunning how I got it, nay some marks of secret on her person, that he could not but think her bond of chastity quite cracked, I having ta'en the forfeit, whereupon methinks I see him now. Postamus. I so thou dost. Italian fiend, I me most credulous fool. Egregious murderer, thief, anything that's due to all the villains past, in being. To come, oh give me cord or knife or poison. Some upright justicer, thou king send out. For torturers ingenious, it is I, that all abhorred things earth amend. By being worse than they, I am posthumous. That killed thy daughter, villain-like I lie. That cowsed a lesser villain than myself. A sacrilegious thief to dart the temple of virtue was she, yea, and she herself. Spit and throw stones, cast mire upon me set. The dogs street to bay me, every villain. Be called posthumous Leonatus, and be villainy less than 'twas, O Imogen. My queen, my life, my wife, O Imogen. Imogen, Imogen. Chapter 999, Imogen. Peace, my lord, hear, hear. Postamus. Shall's have a play of this, thou scornful page. There lies thy part. Strikes her, she falls. Pisano. O gentlemen, help. Mine and your mistress, O my lord Posthumus. You ne'er killed Imogen till now, help, help. Mine honored lady. Cymbeline. Does the world go round? Postamus. How comes these staggers on me? Pisano. Wake, my mistress. Cymbeline. If this be so, the gods do mean to strike me to death with mortal joy. Pisano. How fares my mistress? Chapter 999, Imogen. Oh, get thee from my sight. Thou gav'st me poison, dangerous fellow, hence. Breathe not where princes are. Cymbeline. The tune of Imogen. Pisano. Lady. The gods throw stones of sulphur on me, if that box I gave you was not thought by me a precious thing, I had it from the queen. Cymbeline. New matter still. Chapter 999, Imogen. It poisoned me. Cornelius. O gods! I left out one thing which the queen confessed, which must approve the honest, if Pisanio have said she, given his mistress that confection, which I gave him for cordial, she is served, as I would serve a rat. Cymbeline. What's this, Cornelius? Cornelius. The queen, sir, very oft importuned me to temper poisons for her, still pretending the satisfaction of her knowledge only, in killing creatures vile as cats and dogs, of no esteem, I dreading that her purpose was of more danger, did compound for her a certain stuff, which, being tan, would cease the present power of life, but in short time all offices of nature should again do their due functions. Have you tan of it? Chapter 999, Imogen. Most like I did, for I was dead. Blarus. My boys. There was our error. Gydrus. This is sure Fidel. Chapter 999, Imogen. Why did you throw your wedded lady from you? Think that you are upon a rock, and now throw me again. Postaumus. Hang there like fruit, my soul, till the tree die. Cymbeline. How now, my flesh, my child? What mak'st thou me a dullard in this act? Wilt thou not speak to me? Chapter 999, Imogen. Your blessing, sir. Blarus. To Gydrius and Arviragus, though you did love this youth, I blame ye not. You had a motive for't. Cymbeline. My tears that fall prove holy water on thee, Imogen. Thy mother's dead. Chapter 999, Imogen. I am sorry for't, my lord. Cymbeline. Oh, she was not, and long of her it was, that we meet here so strangely, but her son is gone, we know not how nor where. Pisanio. My lord. Now fear is from me, I'll speak troth, Lord Cloten, upon my lady's missing, came to me, with his sword drawn, foamed at the mouth, and swore, if I discovered not which way she was gone, it was my instant death, by accident. I had a feigned letter of my master, S. then in my pocket, which directed him to seek her on the mountains near to Milford, where, in a frenzy, in my master's garments, which he enforced from me, away he posts, with unchaste purpose and with oath to violate my lady's honor. What became of him I further know not. Gydrus. Let me end the story. I slew him there. Cymbeline. Mary, the gods forfend. I would not thy good deeds should from my lips pluck a hard sentence, prithee, valiant youth. Den it again. Gydrus. I have spoke it, and I did it. Cymbeline. He was a prince. Gydrus. A most incivil one, the wrongs he did me were nothing prince-like, for he did provoke me with language that would make me spurn the sea. If it could so roar to me, I cut off's head, and am right glad he is not standing here to tell this tale of mine. Cymbeline. I am sorry for thee. By thine own tongue thou art condemned, and must endure our law, thou art dead. Chapter 999, Imogen. That headless man, I thought had been my lord. Cymbeline, bind the offender, and take him from our presence. Blarus. Stay, Sir King. This man is better than the man he slew, as well descended as thyself, and hath more of thee merited than a band of Clotons. Had ever Scarfor let his arms alone, they were not born for bondage. Cymbeline, why, old soldier, wilt thou undo the worth thou art unpaid for? By tasting of our wrath, how of descent? As good as we. Arviragus. In that he spake too far. Cymbeline, and thou shalt die for't. Blarus. We will die all three. But I will prove that two ons are as good. As I have given out him, my sons I must, for mine own part, unfold a dangerous speech. Though haply well for you. Arviragus. Your danger's ours. Gydrus. And our good his. Blarus. Have at it then, by leave. Thou hadst, great king, a subject who was called Belarius. Cymbeline, what of him he is? A banished traitor. Blarus. He it is that hath assumed this age, indeed a banished man. I know not how a traitor. Cymbeline, take him hence. The whole world shall not save him. Blarus. Not too hard. First pay me for the nursing of thy sons, and let it be confiscate all so soon as I have received it. Cymbeline, nursing of my sons. Blarus. I am too blunt and saucy, here's my knee. Ere I arise, I will prefer my sons. Then spare not the old father, mighty sir. These two young gentlemen that call me father, and think they are my sons, are none of mine. They are the issue of your loins, my liege, and blood of your begetting. Cymbeline, how my issue? Blarus. So sure as you your fathers, I, old Morgan, am that Belarius whom you sometime banished. Your pleasure was my mere offence, my punishment itself, and all my treason that I suffered was all the harm I did these gentle princes. For such and so they are, these 20 years have I trained up, those arts they have as I could put into them. My breeding was, sir, as your highness knows, their nurse Europhile, whom for the theft I wedded, stole these children. Upon my banishment, I moved her taught, having received the punishment before. For that which I did then, beaten for loyalty, excited me to treason, their dear loss. The more of you 'twas felt, the more it shapt unto my end of stealing them. But gracious sir, here are your sons again, and I must lose two of the sweetest companions in the world. The benediction of these covering heavens fall on their heads like dew, for they are worthy to inlay heaven with stars. Cymbeline, thou weep'st and speak'st. The service that you three have done is more unlike than this thou tell'st. I lost my children. If these be they, I know not how to wish a pair of worthier sons. Blarus. Be pleased a while. This gentleman, whom I call Polydore, most worthy prince as yours, is true Gydrius. This gentleman, my Cadwal Arviragus, your younger princely son, he, sir, was lapped in a most curious mantle, wrought by Th hand of his queen mother, which for more probation I can with ease produce. Cymbeline. Gydrius had upon his neck a mole, a sanguine star. It was a mark of wonder. Blarus. This is he who hath upon him still that natural stamp. It was wise nature's end in the donation to be his evidence now. Cymbeline. Oh, what am I? A mother to the birth of three, ne'er mother. Rejoic deliverance more, blessed pray you be, that after this strange starting from your orbs, you may reign in them now, O Imogen. Thou hast lost by this a kingdom. Chapter 999, Imogen. No, my lord. I have got 2 worlds bite, O my gentle brothers. Have we thus met, O never say hereafter. But I am truest speaker, you called me brother. When I was but your sister, I you brothers. When we were so, indeed. Cymbeline. Did you e'er meet? Arviragus. I, my good lord. Gydrius. And at first meeting, loved. Continued so, until we thought he died. Cornelius. By the queen's dram she swallowed. Cymbeline. O rare instinct! When shall I hear all through this fierce abridgment? Hath to its circumstantial branches, which distinction should be rich in, where, how lived you? And when came you to serve our Roman captive? How parted with your brothers, how first met them? Why fled you from the court, and whither, these? And your 3 motives to the battle, with I know not how much more should be demanded. And all the other by dependences, from chance to chance, but nor the time nor place, will serve our long interrogatories, see. Posthumous anchors upon Imogen. And she, like harmless lightning, throws her eye on him, her brothers me, her master hitting. Each object with a joy, the counterchain is severally in all, let's quit this ground, and smoke the temple with our sacrifices. Thou art my brother, so we'll hold thee ever. Chapter 999, Imogen. You are my father too, and did relieve me to see this gracious season. Cymbeline. All urgeds, save these in bonds, let them be joyful too, for they shall taste our comfort. Chapter 999, Imogen. My good master, I will yet do you service. Lucius. Happy be you. Cymbeline. The forlorn soldier that so nobly fought, he would have well becalmed this place and gracked the thankings of a king. Posthumus. I am, sir, the soldier that did company these 3. In poor beseeming, 'twas a fitment for the purpose I then followed, that I was he. Speak Iachimo, I had you down and might have made you finish. Iachimo. I am down again. But now my heavy conscience sinks my knee. As then your force did, take that life beseech you, which I so often owe, but your ring first. And here the bracelet of the truest princess, that ever swore her faith. Posthumus. Kneel not to me. The power that I have on you is to spare you. The malice towards you to forgive you, live. and deal with others better. Cymbeline. Nobly doomed. We learn our freeness of a son-in-law. Pardons the word to all. Arviragus. You help us, sir, as you did mean, indeed, to be our brother. Joyed are we that you are. Postagumus. Your servant princes, good my lord of Rome. Call forth your soothsayer, as I slept methought. Great Jupiter, upon his eagle backed, appeared to me with other sprightly shows. Of mine own kindred, when I wacked I found this label on my bosom, whose containing is so from sense in hardness that I can make no collection of it. Let him show his skill in the construction. Lucius. Philomonus. Soothsayer. Hear, my good lord. Lucius. Read and declare the meaning. Soothsayer. When as a lion's whelp shall, to himself unknown, without seeking find, and be embracked by a piece of tender air, and when from a stately cedar shall be lopped branches which, being dead many years, shall after revive, be jointed to the old stock, and freshly grow, then shall Posthumus end his miseries, Britain be fortunate and flourish in peace and plenty. Thou, Leonatus, art the lion's whelp. The fit and apt construction of thy name, being Leonatus, doth import so much. The piece of tender air, thy virtuous daughter, which we call Mali's heir, and Mali's heir. We term it Mulia, which Mulia I divines, is this most constant wife, who even now, answering the letter of the oracle, unknown to you unsought, were clipped about